My name is Mehmet Toner. I'm a professor at Harvard Medical School in conjunction with MIT. My job is teaching and science research. I'm originally from Istanbul, Turkey, and I was educated in mechanical engineering. And then I came to MIT for my graduate studies and doctoral studies. That's where I got into biomedical sciences and engineering. So I have a PhD in life sciences and engineering. Research in general is based on curiosity. So you are trying to solve a problem no one has ever solved before. So it's really, I look at it as climbing a mountain first time, and it's extremely exciting. And I climbed the medical mountain. My research relates to life sciences. So problems we work on are related to human physiology and pathology and diseases, and we try to understand it so we can improve healthcare and provide better diagnosis, better therapeutics. Because I have a background in engineering, my research more specifically relates to bringing skills of engineers and apply to life sciences. So much more quantitative, mathematical, device-oriented, but we work on very specific biological problems. I work a lot on cancer, trying to early diagnose cancer and monitor and cancer, develop new therapeutics. Cancer is a big area. Global health, HIV, AIDS, malaria is another area where we develop tools that could diagnose and deliver better healthcare in resource-limited areas such as Africa and other third world countries. And organ transplantation, preservation is stem cells, tissue engineering. Those are the other areas I work in. Depends. Basically, I use engineering tools in all these different areas. I absolutely had no idea when I was your age, young kid, what I wanted to do and where I was going to end up. My passion was always to go to medical school and become a surgeon, but I wasn't a very good student at the time, so I didn't make into medical schools in Turkey. You have to take a general exam to get into medical schools at any college, and it's not like here. So I didn't make it into medical school. Then I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. I didn't make it to aerospace engineering. Then electrical engineering, I didn't make it there. And finally, my score matched mechanical engineering. Ended up going to mechanical engineering, graduated from there, and then I got into life sciences through the back door. I always had passion to make a difference in people's life, and when I couldn't get into medical school, I still pursued engineering, but then after that I pursued science and get into medical research and to make a difference in people's life. So it really was a long. I'm a professor of surgery in the Department of Surgery at Harvard Medical School and Massachusetts General Hospital. I'm not a surgeon, I'm an engineer doing research on a number of different issues. Science is not really boring because in science what we do is every day we are trying to figure out, learn new things. So it's actually a very refreshing, young, dynamic job if you're at the cutting edge of science. So I've never felt I was bored. I've had occasions to move to other places, and but in the end I always decided to stay put. I love Boston. The scientific community in Boston is amazing because within 5-mile radius you have everything, and it's unmatched anywhere else in the world. So it's a great place for people like me. Check my typical day and see, let's see what I have. Tomorrow, the mid-morning, I have a phone call with our patent attorneys. One of the things we do in science is we create new ideas. We need to file intellectual property called patent to protect it so that it can at some point be commercialized to have an impact. That's the only way you have an impact. Somebody has to commercialize it. And so we have some things that we need to discuss. And then I teach at Brigham and Women's Hospital for 2 hours. So I go from that to Brigham and Women's Hospital. And then at the end of the day, we have a large project with an industrial partner which is ending at the end of its 5th year. So we'll have a long meeting discussing the future of that. So that's a typical day, a little bit teaching, fundraising, and trying to make sure things move forward. And on Tuesday I have a group of about 20 high school students coming from Istanbul, Turkey, who are these future leaders of the country. That they come and they're going to spend 2 days with me. And after that, I go to Florida, Tampa for the biomedical engineering annual meeting. So that's a typical week. I have lots of meetings, try to motivate young minds, try to make sure we raise funds so we can continue our research, and then go to meetings where we present our work. My view is, if you like your job 51% of the time, you're a very lucky man. And I think I love my job 70% of the time, so I'm a really lucky man. 30% of the time, sometimes the fundraising aspects for the job gets overwhelming. We have to write a lot of grants, we have to go to a lot of meetings. Those are not the most favorite part of my job for me. There's a lot of learning and connections and growth in that aspect of my job too, but it's not my favorite part. The teaching, spending time with students, and thinking about problems, solving problems are more favorite part of my job. But I wouldn't say I hate any part of it. I love almost every part of it. Medical research is one of the largest component of our economy, and it's huge. And we are getting older and living longer. Because of that, many problems, new problems we have, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, many more people. And so medical research is here to stay, and the best people who do medical research are young generation like yourself, who graduate and then continue to pursue different aspects of medical profession. It could be you become a doctor, it could be like me, you researcher, but you could be an attorney, a lawyer who's working in life science related subjects. You could be a venture capital, investing money. So it's very rich. You could enter this from any perspective, and it's a wonderful future for young minds. You make a big difference. In my view, the number one thing we keep talking about, do you have a passion? What is your passion? Did you find your passion? I don't like that concept. I like to tell people they should be curious. Once you are curious, you will find your passion, and you'll do whatever you do well, because if you are curious, you're open to learning. If you learn, you get better in something. If you get better in something, you become passionate about it. When you become passionate about it, you get even better about it. To me, everything starts from curiosity. Curious minds are always the ones who are very successful. But it's not alone, it's not enough. You need to have the knowledge, so you have to work very hard, no matter what you do. Creativity is very important in this day and age. We tend to get people focused too much on one thing. The creativity comes, in my view, loving arts and loving creative processes, no matter what you do, whether you're an engineer or a lawyer or a medical scientist. So I tell young kids always to nurture their artistic capabilities. It will help them in anything they do. If you do not try to understand what you do properly, doesn't matter what you do. You could be selling shoes, you could be driving a cab, and you could be a medical researcher. If you are really curious about learning, you get better. So the curiosity, knowledge, and creativity are the three things, in my view, very important for the next generation and to become successful. Life is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So sometimes I see young minds rush to success and they're just so burning to become successful, make a lot of money. And I caution young people not to do that. It's not that it's bad, but life is a marathon. Compete with yourself, don't compete with others. And make sure you're ethical, you work hard, you're helpful to others, and because life is long, life will do justice to you in that.